What a way to roll, huh?
Yeah.
Well, death it's very crazy. Depending on who it is, doesn't matter.
What a week. My goodness.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I'm not surprised. I'm a little overwhelmed and frankly happy. I'm not happy the passing of Charlie Kirk, but it's sobering to realize the world that has taken and embraced this as an opportunity and to stand up and more and plus it kind of exposed a bunch of knuckleheads.
There's a lot of knuckleheads out there that are getting called to the mat, and there's some teachers here in Texas that are just. Did you see the TEA letter that the director of the TEA sent out, or the president?
No.
Basically saying, we have 180 cases that we're investigating of teachers
Here in Frisco.
In Texas.
Well,
And basically, if you have something to report it. Because it's uncalled for, and...
All right.
So I want to touch base with all this. Let's get us kicked off here. We got a jam-packed show as we always do. The topic board is full. I don't know if we'll get to anything on the topic board, but we're going to try. Charlie Kirk is definitely a primary one. I know you guys have been listening this all week, so we're going to try to bounce around. We got a few other topics. Mostly Jeff trying to embarrass us in public. That's most of it. Farting or something. Chuck's on stage, showed up. Not necessarily late there, Mr. Producer Chuck. Dudes like us. I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.
Oh, sure, blame me for being late.
You can check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Mash those like buttons, subscribe, and look, we talk about all kinds of crazy topics. If it affects the dudes like us, then we want to talk about it. So don't fret. Direct message. I was going to say DM us, but didn't sound very weird. I don't use that word. The
DM.
Acronym.
I don't know.
That's what all
just DM us.
The people
just DM us.
in that world used.
To me, it doesn't resonate very well. Message us. We want to talk about it.
Kind of sounds like BM, like bowel movement.
Huh. Well, I guess you're right.
How about send us a message?
Send us a bowel movement.
Ooh, no, don't. Don't. We've received nothing up until this point. Now we're going to get bags of stool.
Isn't that illegal to ship poop?
I would hope so. Actually, no, because there are not colonoscopy people, but no.
Nah, but
you poop in a box and you send it off.
Okay, so I'm going to throw a curveball here. There are women out there that will sell their tainted underwear for X amount of dollars, and
there's fecal matter on that.
They're getting in trouble over that because it's sending biohazardous stuff through the mail.
Well, I think there's probably some parameters. You have to put them in.
You have to label it.
You have to.
Well, I mean, what if it's full of like syphilis and crabs and shit like that?
No, go on.
I never would have imagined this is how we open the podcast, but somehow we go to syphilis underwear. This is great.
I don't know. Yes. Can syphilis be transferred through underwear? Like if you have a friend that has syphilis and they're like, oh my God, you're going to have to put his underwear on or I'm going to shoot somebody in the head. Just like there's some circumstance beyond your control and you had to put those on. I can't.
This is my frustration. If we had a call-in line, we could say, if you have gotten syphilis from somebody sending you fecal underwear.
We'll take caller 5 on the line right now.
Yeah, call in, guys. Call in, and we want to hear your story.
We're going to say caller 5. Now Chuck needs to come up with a third-party accent.
Right.
Oh, you'll be the caller.
The caller, okay. Yeah.
This is going to be a big test for you.
Caller number 5, you're on the air.
If you want to ask Google that question, go for it, but I'm not.
You're not going to want that in your
that's interesting. I wonder if we can activate Grok or some sort of AI to be our stand-in commentator if we need that. Hey, Grok, I need you to weigh in on this. What say you?
It has a voice.
Oh, it does it, of course. Or you could ask it to act like a call-in person too.
Well, maybe we ought to I can't do it because I don't use it at all.
Well, it'd be on his computer, but we'd have to plug our microphone into his computer.
That's all right. Well, we'll probably get a separate old thing for that.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. All right, let's just move on.
We're so stupid. All right, let's go back to Kirk.
Okay.
Because that's on everybody's mind. And you're right. And you're right. Our audience has been hammered with this, and it's just growing, right? It's not quelling, it's growing.
It's growing, and let's start from the very first time it happened. And I got to admit, I was guilty of it too because I sent it out to everybody. I think the fact that the technology is there, people are there streaming it, they captured it, and within 2 or 3 minutes of the action, people are getting films. They're getting video of the actual death.
Basically, his neck exploding and spewing everywhere.
Oh, it was
ridiculous.
It was graphic. It was horrific, and I watched it over and over, and I'm just thinking.
I watched it once. I was like, that's enough.
Oh,
I've never seen it. I refuse to watch it.
No, I recommend you don't watch it. But
yes, I saw it once.
It was a good experience to see it. I mean, I probably watched it 100 times just because I wanted to see if he was alive, if there was a chance he was going to live. And it was clearly the way his body moved. There was no way.
Basically the volume of blood that was spewing out kind of gave it away for me. Plus the way his body moved.
Yeah, the arms got. But look, there's a lot going on here. So he got shot. Mass hysteria. People are texting these images everywhere across the planet, and we're passing this on. It's a fever, and
it's not good for anybody to see that.
In the audience, and this was disturbing. And you have the guy up there that's doing his thing. He took the shot and ran off, and we'll talk about whatever his name is, Lawrence Tyler. So what is it?
I don't even know if we need to say his name.
Tyler, whatever.
He doesn't deserve his name.
Right.
Well, but it happens. And look, there's people out there that, and we'll dive into the reason why. But I want to talk just about the one guy I saw. They showed a clip, a guy out there, because there appeared to be some people there that knew it was going to happen, or they're investigating that, because there was a guy that was clearly smiling. There was a video of him putting his fist in the air, in super happy, and like, yes, he did it. And
or maybe he just hated the guy so much that he was happy to have witnessed it.
True. But
that's the more likely explanation.
Okay, and maybe it is, but the fact that he did it, it was sickening.
That's what I don't understand about what's going on here in these depths of these people's brains where they're celebrating a death, whether you agree with them or not. If someone on the left got shot, say it was Biden or something like that, got shot, I wouldn't celebrate it.
Oh, of course not. We would be horrified. We would know that this is bad for the country.
Yeah,
and bad for humanity.
But these people, they're
sick.
They've been told Hitler, fascist, they're ruining America, the whole 9 yards, dictator for so long.
Yep.
It's humanized some of these folks, and it's now seen as by some of these folks as acceptable to kill them.
Yeah, we're the boogeyman. We're the boogeyman, and we need to be exterminated.
Right.
Anybody that's wearing a MAGA hat, anyone from the right, anyone that has an opinion that differs from theirs, and you know what? I can't think of a Republican that has assassinated a left-leaning. I mean, was there a shooter that went after the Democrat senators in a baseball game?
No,
that was the opposite.
That was a Bernie supporter went after the Republicans.
Yes.
Okay, so that was still. I was thinking that was going to
yet
give them
another
a way out.
example of the left using violence.
But I mean, I'm just trying to think.
Throughout the years, we'd have to really go back and investigate. But I think of this. These people that are cheering and are happy, it's not new. I guarantee when Abraham Lincoln got shot, there were people cheering for that. And we're excited about it.
Right.
When Kennedy got shot, people were probably cheering. They just didn't have social media to basically vocalize it like you can now. When MLK got shot, guarantee there were some folks who were excited about that.
Right. Dude, there were, when 9/11 occurred, there were apartments that were celebrating it.
I mean, there were definitely Palestinians who were celebrating on West Bank or Gaza. They showed them.
Well, I'm just talking about Americans.
Super excited.
Passing out candy.
I think Sean's talking about the folks in New Jersey across the river that were
celebrating that.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that too. There was a public display that shows that. But I'm talking about here in Dallas, Texas, in apartment complexes. There were people celebrating. It was an all-day festival over the whole thing.
So here's one thing I was trying to rationalize. All right, so let's think about the people that we have celebrated that have died. Osama bin Laden, right? Or any Hamas terrorist.
I didn't throw a party.
I didn't celebrate.
But you were celebrating. Maybe not celebrate, but you were happy. Like you were, they got him. Like they got that evil person, right? Or the Hamas terrorists. They got those guys. They got what was coming to them. Like there are people that we would consider evil, right? And what's clearly happening is that these people that are celebrating or happy or whatever, they clearly believe that Charlie Kirk was evil.
Correct.
Just like we think Osama bin Laden
That's what
is evil.
That's what I was trying to get at. They've been demonized for so long over the last decade,
right,
by the press, online. Twitter was bad for the longest time.
Our own Congress, our own government.
They've labeled these people as evil. That, like you said, they're Osama.
Yeah, they're truly having a reaction that this is one less evil person removed from the world.
Yeah,
all right, so then I was like, okay, so where are they getting that? Like you said, it's coming from the media, it's coming from demonization and stuff like that. But where are the examples?
Let's go Maxine Waters. You get in their face when they're filling up getting gasoline. If they're sitting at a restaurant, it's just like, there's no, you've got the CNN hosts, whoever said that a demonstration needs to be peaceful. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So, it's a campaign. Yes,
I would agree. I mean, that is the general amping up of the rhetoric and getting people
So who's doing it?
No, but I'm saying, what exactly about Charlie Kirk did he say or do?
They've taken basically everything that they're saying completely out of context.
So I was digging into that. Okay, I went to ChatGPT and I said, what is it that Charlie Kirk has said that the left is, and it broke it down. I give it credit. It said there are some definite direct statements that they have alluded to, and it went through a couple of them. And then it said there are some that are, subjective that have been taken out of context. And so I said, okay, well, give me the direct ones, right? And definitely, I went to particular segments of a podcast on his show where he was railing on, some prominent black women that he was saying got their positions because of DEI, because of affirmative action. Okay, now there's no question that his rhetoric or that he was abrasive, right? He was like, this is total BS, blah, 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 blah. But never once did he say all these women should die or, nothing. It was abrasive.
He was graceful.
A lot of he wasn't grateful. He's not. I'm going to be honest.
Grace.
Yeah, he was not graceful. He wasn't. In what I was listening to him, he was abrasive, right? So I don't want to paint him as every single time he spoke, he was, like this total love-flowing, Christian. He was a Christian, don't get me wrong. I mean, but remember, he has thousands and thousands and thousands of unscripted interactions with people that are emotionally charged because they're being emotional. He's probably reacting with emotion, right? So he's not going to be perfect. None of us are perfect. But I certainly didn't see anything that made him evil. But you have to remember, when you combine it with your rhetoric, right, the examples of your rhetoric, he talked about immigration, right? So they've ramped this thing up to the point where if we're against an open border or staunch immigration controls or people being deported, we are insensitive. We're evil because we don't give a shit about these families that are being torn apart and, all this rhetoric that they make it sound like, right?
Right.
So then they start to apply anybody that's for immigration or anybody who's for, what are all the other issues, right? Then you get labeled with an evil label, right? I think that's most of it. That's why they think he's evil. That's why they're reacting the way they do. I mean, to me, it's irrational, but when you consider that's our reaction to evil, does that make sense?
I think there's a huge difference between what Osama bin Laden did and what Charlie Kirk did.
100%.
And how they make that leap
is a stretch.
I don't understand how that leap is made.
It's not even a stretch.
I think if you say
it's irrational.
Here's what Osama bin Laden did. They cut heads off. He masterminded this whole 9/11 thing, killed this many people. Just like when you get compared to Hitler.
Right.
There's no comparison.
None.
There's no comparison. But they've somehow tied the two together.
In their minds, everything is justified. They're as evil can get.
Because words are violence now.
It's crazy.
Well, they are. And in a lot of countries, you're going to jail for it, for standing up and having an opinion. I disagree with you and the UK's government stepping in, and they're taking them to jail over it.
UK's
it's
bad.
ridiculous.
All right, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about this wave of people losing their jobs. No one's getting jailed, but a ton of people are losing their jobs. People
being canceled over the Charlie Kirk reaction?
Right. Well, yeah, and people would argue that this is different from being canceled, but I'm like, I'm not sure it is.
There's a lot of folks who lost their job because of what was perceived as, well, that's politically incorrect.
There's people that lost their job because they chose not to poison their bodies with the vaccine.
Right. I mean, or they spoke negatively about the vaccine.
I mean, we were worried about this podcast getting to the folks at our corporate office going, they're going to hear these opinions that don't go through the mainstream media.
Right.
Therefore, we're going to get canned.
And we're going to get fired.
Correct.
Right. Well, and so that's essentially what's happening to these people that are, quote, celebrating what they believe.
I'm fine with that because
they are putting it online.
Yeah,
for the world to see.
I get it.
I mean,
and it's not. They're
not hiding it. It's not like this is secret opinion, or they only keep it to their family or their close friends. They are broadcasting it for the world to see what a terrible human being they are.
I get it.
They deserve to be fired.
And in my opinion, they keep coming back to, well, it's free speech, First Amendment. Yeah, they can say that, but when you work for a company, a lot of these companies have ethics and moral clauses,
code of conduct,
like code of conduct, and if you break that, they can fire your ass. Even
yes,
if you're just like me, I work for the district. There are certain things if I do on my private time, I'm out of there.
Right.
And a lot of these corporations, I know mine when I used to work for the corporation.
You know how difficult it was to be quiet during that time?
And
right.
And you have to you have to take the stupid ethic course every year.
Oh yeah.
Whenever you're doing online posting and this and that, you have to be cognizant, even on your personal one, about what you're posting.
Yeah.
Because that's a reflection of the company.
It is.
And you
are a representative of the company.
There is penalties up to and including termination.
Right. I don't disagree with it. I want to make sure we're not doing the same thing.
Why not?
Does that make sense?
Yeah, but until there's real repercussions to some of these actions, they're going to keep doing it.
Well, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, when 1,600 people got arrested and fired because they walked into the Capitol on January 6th, there was no other side of this argument.
You're right.
There were a few brave lawyers who came out and says, we'll represent these guys, but they got shoved in jail. They got harassed. They got their doors kicked down. They got fired. They got ostracized.
Completely.
That, until there's an equal and opposite reaction, or even worse, possibly, that doesn't stop.
I agree.
It doesn't stop.
I agree. I do agree. I'm not. I was going to say I'm being devil's advocate, but I'm not even doing that. I'm simply raising the question that I don't want us to go too far over the line, and I was a little worried we were headed in that direction.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily us. Yeah, I agree what they're doing, but all these companies are their own.
They have their own choices to make,
and over the last 10 years, they've been the DEI, ESG bullshit, and now this is happening. And they're realizing that maybe that culture back then was not healthy. We need to correct that. I
spoke to some guy that's he's a head honcho. He's going to be a guest on here. I don't want to say that he's from I don't want to say the specific organization he's in, but this organization is located in every city in the United States.
Nice.
So they have it's not a company, it's an organization, and they said, well, look, we have members of our organization, a brotherhood, that are posting stuff that are just negative. So they took a vote. They're like, dude, if they posted something, they're gone. They're out. Right. Everybody agree? And they're unanimous.
I get it.
And they're purging it. So it's just like, and look, we know people that have posted stuff online. And I posted something online and I got some reactions from somebody we knew.
And it was, questionable reaction.
Yeah, it was, they're out there and they walk among us. And it's just like, dude, how can you even,
right.
That's not even funny. It's not, even if you think that way, I would keep that private.
Yeah, why vocalize, put it out, once it's on the internet, it's on the internet.
Forever. Yeah, I know.
I didn't respond, but, it's just like, it was sickening. I was kind of like, man, that's too bad. And it's happening everywhere. There's people that you never knew. Anyways, look, man, let's not beat this whole thing up. The whole Charlie Kirk thing is extremely sad. There's a lot of good that's going to come out of it, but his wife, the kids, his friends, there's a large community of people that it was a brotherhood that he was involved with. He had an incredible camaraderie with even Donald Trump, the presidency. He had friends in high positions.
They saying he was a future president.
He had a promising career, and he had a lot of great things. And again, I didn't agree with 100% of the things he said,
right.
But you know what? When you're a politician, which he claims he's not, but he was going up he was taking that career plan.
Yeah,
he would have taken that fork eventually.
Oh, yeah, of course. He was an influencer at this moment, but he absolutely was going to go to public office
because he's smart.
He's very smart.
He's quick. And when he showed up to these debates, which I think are great.
Yeah, who does that? Nobody else does that.
Let's have a conversation. And that's one of the many things that the Republicans are different from the Democrats. The Democrats are always like, we're going to fight. Republicans are, hey, let's talk about this. Let's have a debate. Yeah. Let's go over this. Let's figure this out.
What are your views? What are my views? Let's talk about it.
That was his thing.
You know who else does that? Is that Steven Crowder, or he used to. He used to set up these tables at the universities and he'd have a topic. Men cannot be women and women cannot be men. Change my mind.
Right.
And he would have microphones set up and people would sit down and talk to him
Beautiful.
about it.
That's beautiful.
I don't know if he's still doing that, but he did it for quite a while.
Not now. Well, now that he got his
I'm not sure
YouTube, or he blew up on social media, but I haven't really heard a lot from him. I know he's got his daily thing going on, but
I think YouTube yanked his ass.
Is that what happened?
I think.
I remember something was said that was beyond the pale or something. Is that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it was just a general thing, and he's told YouTube to piss off, and he went over to Rumble.
There you go. Okay.
I mean, he took his subscribers to Rumble because he would get canceled and demonetized, and they would remove episodes from his show all the time, and he got sick of it.
Yeah. All right, so let's put a cap on this Kirk thing. So you mentioned that there's some positive that's going to come out of this. So Turning Point USA, right? I don't know how many chapters they already had, but there's already 32,000 and climbing new applications for new chapters at the high school and college level.
I think I heard that there were 3,800 that were currently in place. So that would 10 times.
10 times. So these are people that may not have ever heard about him before, or maybe they have, and they've been inspired to take action, to get involved, to get engaged. It could have carry the torch forward, and that's huge.
I mean, it could have been, there's a bunch of folks out there who had never heard or seen his videos now that he's all over the news going, well, who is this guy? Let me go watch it.
Why is everybody so, Yeah.
And it connects with it because it really connects with the youth. My youngest son really connected with what he was saying.
Yeah.
He connected with the youth, and that's what he did. He was a young guy. He was only 31.
Dude, so ironically, what this shooter has done is pour jet fuel, absolute jet fuel on his cause and his movement.
I heard his wife, I didn't see it, made a really good speech or comments or something.
It was great.
It was defiant. I loved it.
Yeah, it was. And she's such a great woman. Speaks very well. And she carried herself well. She's obviously upset.
But imagine being on TV 2 days later.
She was like
are you kidding me?
She was like a Miss Arizona or something like that.
Oh, yeah. She's a power person, too. Like, they were a power couple. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I think Vance was... J.D. Vance was... He was on Kirk's show, Charlie Kirk's show.
Yeah, he led it yesterday?
That's right. He filled in for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you know what? God bless Charlie Kirk and his endeavors. And, I'll tell you something else about the incident and the responses that are sickening across the planet is some of the responses. You have some of these other, like UN, their meeting they're talking about, some other foreign meetings, and they're having like a silent prayer for Charlie Kirk. And they're completely defiant. Banging on the tables, like in UK, for example.
So instead of letting it be silent, they were disrupting it?
They were disrupting it. They're like, no. And they start banging on the tables. You could tell who it was. They were all, they weren't the cliche white people of UK,
Well, you heard what happened in our own Congress.
Right.
In our own Congress, there was a moment of silence, and then
there was unrest all of a sudden.
Right?
Yes.
What's her name? Bobert?
Lauren Boebert.
Bobert? Yeah. I always say Bobert. It's not Bobert.
It's not like Stephen Colbert.
It's Bobert. Okay, Bobert. So Bobert said she wanted a spoken prayer.
Yes.
And then there was an uproar from the Democrats. No, boo! I was like, really? Showing again your true colors. Yeah. Showing your true colors.
Yeah, she said something like, unspoken prayers go unspoken, but a spoken prayer means more. Can we have a spoken prayer? And yeah, Jasmine Crockett and all them other
unbelievable
rage.
Jasmine Crockett needs to go.
Rageaholics just jump.
Well, she may get voted out next time.
No.
I can't imagine she wouldn't be, but remember, they have, I mean, shit, AOC gets 92%.
Well, I've heard that if she runs against the Chuck Schumer for Senate, she will win.
She will?
That's what the Five is saying.
That's terrifying.
Her as a senator.
Whatever. All right, so the last thing I'll say about it, and not to say that you guys can't, not only is there a revival of the movement, but also a spiritual revival. People didn't realize how spiritual he was, how important God was in his life, and there's a massive spiritual revival as well.
There is,
and that can only be a good thing.
They're saying they're claiming, and this is huge. They're saying a 20% increase of the people that attended church across the board.
I love it.
20%. That is huge.
I love that.
You know?
Yeah, at the same time, again, take it for what it's worth, Reddit is just a liberal cesspool. There's one on there called Texas Teachers, and all of them are so bent out of shape about the Ten Commandments. And they're hanging all their gay stuff around it.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, these people, I swear.
I think it should be in the schools. I think that we should be pushing this on the kids. I think that we should be pushing it on. Our country was based on it.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. And I think, you know my opinion on it. I think it needs to be
But you don't think it needs to. And I do. I think it needs to be in school. And I think it's a great thing.
I think what's just interesting is that the Ten Commandments are not just for Christians. I mean, it's just for everyone. Like, if everybody would follow those commandments, everybody wins. And so why they're considering it so evil and offensive is just interesting.
Well, it's the atheists that, well, it's not just, but a lot of folks kind of think there's a separation there that needs to be there, right? But they get completely butthurt about it.
Let me throw out an argument. Let's say it didn't say the 10 Commandments and it had, and people didn't even know it came from the Bible. Let's say it just said, here's 10 really good things to live by. Would it suddenly have a completely different message? And everybody would be like, yeah, you know what? Those are 10 really smart things.
I think it depends how it's phrased because people are going to recognize it for what it is.
No, but you see what I'm saying.
Oh, I know what you mean. But the 10 Commandments are a biblical thing.
I totally get it. But you see my point, though. If they could just take the blinders off or
I know. I get what you're saying.
And just say,
what if the Bible said, hey, man, we want you to eat healthy? Is that all of a sudden an infraction?
That's kind of the point I'm making. It's like there's so much animosity about the Bible and religion and Christianity that they can't even just look at the list and go, you know what? Those aren't bad things.
Right.
And I do get what Jeff's saying. I honestly, I questioned it too. I was kind of like, that's kind of an overreach. But at the same time, I was thinking, I kind of like that because if there's going to be something predominant in our system, I would like it to be a Christianity. Our country was based on it, and I want the flag to be hung high and let's rock and roll.
Let me throw out, this is truly a devil's advocate. Let's say in Detroit, all of a sudden the high schools and middle schools started putting this list of 8 things that came out of the Quran.
Say what?
Let's just say they put up a list of these, the 8 commandments that came out of the Quran.
No,
which is Muslim. And if you look at that list, you're like, hey, those are 8 reasonable things that everybody should live by. Would we be?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And you know what?
See, there's a little bit of hypocrisy there.
No, there's not, because
a little bit.
Right.
So anyway, all right, let's move on. Let's move on to exciting things like who died this week.
Oh, that's a nice segue.
Thanks.
Well, I think the biggest one is that guy right there, Robert Redford, who is actually well bearded in this.
Is that Robert Redford?
He's kind of heavy set in that picture.
See, I'm not the only one who didn't know.
I knew who it was.
I didn't know that. I never knew that was him.
Yes,
that's Chris Farley.
That looks like the Grizzly Adams.
He's very well bearded there.
Is that Deliverance?
I have no idea what this movie is.
I'm kidding.
Jeremiah Johnson.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking that up.
We're not sure what that movie is.
It's a film.
It's a film, yeah.
So that's a big loss, guys. Robert Redford. Now, he was 89. There's no surprise about it.
Is it, though?
Yeah, there's no surprise about his death, right? I think it's a big loss. I think he had a lot of great movies that I loved. I could rattle off 4 of them right now. The Sting, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Hot Rocks, 3 Days of the Condor, And those are ones you probably don't even know about.
The Natural.
The Natural, that's a great one.
Out of Africa.
Out of Africa, that was a great. Wait,
No, he wasn't in that, was he?
no, that was Paul Newman.
His romance with Meryl Streep was a
He was in
huge
the
box office
Avengers,
hit.
Civil War.
Maybe he was in that.
Oh, I'm thinking African Queen.
Oh.
You're right.
All the President's Men.
My bad. You're absolutely right. Out of Africa.
Wasn't he in? He also directed Ordinary People, which I never saw.
Oh, that was a depressing
So look,
movie.
Ordinary
Depressing.
People was. I loved it. That
It was a great drama, but it was depressing.
I never saw it. Is it about suicide or death or something to that matter?
The story was there was a family, a couple with 2 boys, and one of them was anyway. They go sailing, and a storm hits. One of them drowns and dies, and then it's the story of how it
Spoiler alert.
It tears apart the family. Oh my God, that's the first thing that happens. It tears apart the family. The one who died was the mom's favorite, and she never forgave the other son, and so it tears apart the family. And
Look at that, Mr. Producer pulled up Obama. He's getting the Medal of Merit. Is that what that is?
Medal of Honor? What is it?
No, it's a Medal of.
So yeah, I never saw it. It had Mary Tyler Moore in it.
yes, it was excellent.
I never saw it.
It was Donald Sutherland was the father.
Right. Kiefer?
Who was no?
Keither was the son.
Who was the son?
Kiefer.
Kiefer.
No, no, not of. Okay, yeah, that is.
Timothy Hutton?
Yeah, I don't know who the
I'm just throwing
sons
that out.
were. I don't know who the sons were in Ordinary People.
Click on Ordinary People.
Yes,
Right
I'd be
Let's go
curious
down
if
a
they were
Crazy
upcoming
rabbit
actors.
hole here.
Stars Donald Sutherland, Judd Hirsch.
Judd Hirsch. That's,
Timothy Hutton.
Nice, good call.
Steel Trap.
So he must have been the one that survived.
Jesus.
Steel Trap. Really?
Hey, it's you, Cliff Cleveland over here.
Yes. Ben's brother. So Quinn K. Redeker is a dead one.
Oh,
no,
there
that's
you go.
Beth's brother.
Known as.
That's Beth's brother.
That's weird.
I was, he was a good actor, great actor. I just
Which
never
one? Which
really,
one?
Robert Redford.
Oh.
I just really never really, I mean,
You never
'cause
connected?
granted it's 20, 30 years, 40 years. Oh my God.
He's kind of
50 years ago.
Yeah,
for what?
we're old.
Robert Redford, when his movies were coming out, 76.
Yeah, he's a little outside our
73?
wheelhouse.
A little bit. But
Butch Cassidy, the Sundance Kid, was 69.
and that's so good.
I saw that.
That's 58
The
fucking
fu-
years ago.
Please tell me all of you have seen
I've seen
Butch
that.
Cassidy and the Sundance
That
Kid.
final scene was great.
Great.
Did they live?
They didn't show them dying.
That's what I mean. They're still out there.
I think they're still out there. Yes.
The entire Mexican army right outside.
You hear them shooting,
Yeah.
but they don't show it.
Right.
Yes, that's a great movie.
Yeah, well, you
So
know
good.
what? Cheers for the success of his life. But I tell you what, it's cool that we could do that because, Robert Redford was a libtard. And you know what was great about him being a libtard? You didn't know it. You know why?
He kept his mouth shut.
Because he just did
Yeah.
it. He set up organizations, he donated, he represented, and he wasn't a loudmouth jackass.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, live your life. Be
Yep.
happy. He was all about climate change. He supported the LGBTQTXYZ program.
Yeah.
And whatever.
On his own terms, and I never found him to be divisive. He was never like Robert De Niro.
Yeah,
right?
He's a
Dude.
buffoon.
He was never like that.
Oh my God! Speaking of
maybe you
buffoon,
didn't hear it, but
dude,
he was outspoken.
Was he?
Yeah, we just didn't hear it.
Well, we saw Robert De Niro. So So why didn't we see him?
because he's probably too old.
Yeah. I don't know either.
Maybe he just didn't do it on the Tony Awards or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
for
I don't
the
know.
whole world to see it. But
Speaking
I don't know.
of buffoon, you got to type in Kash Patel Adam Schiff
Yeah.
and buffoon. So Kash Patel had a Senate hearing today. Okay, and
And it was basically a hearing to go over his performance so far.
the purpose of the committee hearing with the FBI director was for his oversight testimony since his confirmation. He faced questions regarding the FBI's handling with several high-profile issues, including the recent
So
assassination.
it was like basically a checkup call. It was
It was more than that. So it
performance
was,
review.
Well, yes, it was. Charlie Kirk, the firing of senior FBI officials, and his handling of the Jeffrey Epstein investigation, and they went after him tooth and nail. So there's three. There's Dickhead Durbin, Cory Booker, and Adam Schiff. Dick Durbin was he was dick, but he was still kind of professional. You know, he wasn't too bad. He was kind of just a jackass. But Adam Schiff and Cory Booker took it to the next level. Adam Schiff did Adam Schiff things where he was trying to put him in a box, and he's very OCD, wants to have it his way. Answer yes or no. He was like, I'm not going to say yes or no.
Trying to be all.
Let's hear a little bit of this.
I think the American people believe the truth, that I'm not in the weeds on the everyday movements of inmates. What I am doing is protecting this country, providing historic reform, and combating the weaponization of intelligence by the likes of you. And we have countlessly proven you to be a liar in Russiagate, in January 6th. You are the biggest fraud to ever sit in the United States Senate. You are a disgrace to this institution and an utter coward.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised that you continue to lie from your perch and put on a show so you can go raise money for your charade. You are a political buffoon at best.
And it doesn't end there.
You know what I'm surprised is usually when they have the congressional hearings, the senators' microphones are way louder than the.
And they have the ability to cut the mic. On the person.
They just let him roll, and he could talk over him. That was like, whoa! When does that ever happen?
Yeah, Schiff was very anemic senator. I didn't know what he was saying.
When he was talking to Cory Booker, Cory Booker was doing that. He was cutting him off, not letting him finish. And at the end of Cory Booker's line of questioning, who's Mitch McConnell? Is it? No,
Mitch McConnell.
Who's the other guy?
Turtle.
Not Turtle, but the other guy. The guy that's the senior guy.
Thune.
Yeah, I forget his name. But he was like, no, we need to let our director of FBI answer some of these questions, because he was like, director, do you want to have time to answer some of these questions you haven't been able to answer? He's like, yes, sir, I would like to respond to some of these questions. He never let me answer them, and so.
I bet Cory Booker was just like, fuck.
Oh, dude, he went off on him, and he was like, now, pull it up to where he says that rant. It's probably right there.
Not Senator responsibility for what you have said. Time. Sir, you're making a mockery of this committee. Sir, you don't tell me my time is over. The people of New Jersey tell me what my time is. Senator, you can't lecture me.
You can tell me my time's over.
You may be the charge of the
I'm
FBI,
not going anywhere.
but I am not afraid of you.
Mr. Chairman.
Not afraid of you.
Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Senator Booker, I announced at the beginning of this meeting that
it was nothing. You got to hear it. I watched all of it today, and it was amazing.
Pretty ugly, huh?
Look, it did a couple things. Nobody likes. What it did is it shows how we operate internally inside Congress, and it's so, I want to say corrupt, but it's so, they get bullied. It's just like they have a narrative and they're going to bully it and they're going to jam their narrative down your throat. They're going to make it. And it's just like, it was refreshing to have Kash Patel be able to respond.
Right.
And Patel did not back down. That was the refreshing part about it. Not only did not back down, but he had a set of balls, he had a spine, and he was very wordy. He had a great vocabulary. He was able to respond accordingly and beat the snot out of all of them by responding with facts and quickly. And they were trying to pull the rug out from underneath him, and he was just like, no, I'm not adding any of it because you guys are lying.
Right.
All this is a lie. Cory Booker tried to say that the United States is far less safe than it was under Biden's watch. And he was just like, you have lost your mind. That is an absolute lie. And he started spouting the stats, and he was just like,
yeah, they usually,
and then Cory will try to shut him down because he doesn't want anyone to hear that.
Yeah.
Typically, the way it works is they'll ask whoever's sitting there. They go, "So you have basically doomed the world to destruction? Yes or no?" Well, okay, yes or no. Did you do? Yes. Okay. Well, obviously he doesn't want to answer.
I reclaim my time. Reclaim my time.
He's clearly avoiding the answer. He obviously has destroyed the world.
God. I thought Kash Patel was going to say that.
That's
today.
the kind of bullshit they always do.
I wish he would have said that, because when Cory Booker was done, his time had expired, and he was granted that extra time to respond to him.
And he went nuts.
Cory Booker interrupted him. Oh my God! Just kind of like what I do when I get upset, Oh no, I do unbelievable.
Right.
But he did that, and he was just like, Kash Patel was like, This is my time. This is my time. This is my time. And then when Cory Booker was trying to respond back, he kept over talking Cory Booker. This is my time. This is my time. I just wish he would have said, I'm reclaiming my time. I'm reclaiming my time. That would have been hilarious.
Kind of like Trump did during the debates to Kamala. I'm reclaiming my time. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah, that guy right there, Chuck Grassley. He's the one that was administrating.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what they're doing, what Schiff and Booker are doing, are making campaign ads so that they can say, I took it to the Trump administration. I fought back. I was your champion.
This is 100%
and then they're just going to
and he looked like a fool.
Soundbite out.
It's all
It doesn't
sound
matter.
bites.
Sean, it doesn't matter. You and I and the people in this room are the only people who are going to ever see this damn video, because when it comes down time to be elected, they're just going to show the part where they were screaming.
100%.
You know, where Cash wasn't talking.
I'm not afraid of you.
Yes,
I'm not.
That will be the clip that they put into the 30-second ad.
Of course.
And
what was the thing that Cory
Booker
Booker said is, I am
Spartacus.
I am Spartacus. Man, you're
with his crazy eyes,
ignorant
and this
fool.
little beard of a fiance now.
And his small little voice that sounds like he's got something in the back of his throat. I know I'm saying what it is.
All right. And so a toast to Robert Redford.
Cheers.
Cheers to Robert Redford.
All right.
Seriously?
Moving on to number 2.
Rest in peace.
Just finishing your thought.
I hope you make even.
I was just saying a big old crack.
I hope you make better movies in heaven. All right. Polly Holiday is the second death.
Probably less unknown, but if you, as a name, as an actress name, but the character, at least folks our generation will recognize.
Definitely recognize it.
She is
Flo.
Kiss My Grits.
Here we go. Here's a little sample.
Oh, from Mel's Diner. Alice.
That's from Alice.
Pick up your orders.
Oh, kiss my grits.
Yeah, that's Flo.
Every time she bends over, she gets a tip. Is that what she just
That's
said?
what she just said, yes.
Oh, my gosh.
A 50-cent tip.
50-cent tip.
Wow, back in those days, huh? 50 cents.
What was her name? Polly
Holiday.
Polly Holiday.
So rest in peace, Polly. All right, well, those are the 2 deaths I think we could find.
She doesn't look much older.
Oh, God, she looks great.
There than when she was playing Flo, probably 30 years prior to that.
Interesting. I wonder when that second picture was taken. But she looks great.
So the crazy thing, that was in, when was that? When did that, 80? She was 88 years old when she died.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. When did Alice show come on? Was that
was in the 70s.
76 to 80.
But then it went into syndication. We all got to watch it, when we got home from school or whatever.
Back then there was 3 stations, NBC, ABC, and CBS, right?
And then PBS, and you had your UHF as well.
Oh, the Channel 2, which was kind of what?
We had Channel 19, WXIX.
Well, then they had Skinamax.
No, that was cable.
Was
she on Skinamax?
I don't believe so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she was. I don't know.
Was new.
But that was the only show I watched.
Kiss My Tips.
Except it was blurred. It was
Kiss My something else.
It was blurred. It had all these lines.
Oh yeah.
Really see.
Oh yeah. I did that. Watch it, and you're like, oh, there's a nipple.
Oh God! You know what? I was on our Instagram, and somebody liked one of our things, and I was like, "Oh, what is that? Oh, she looks pretty. What is that?" And I zoom in, and it's a woman bending over with nothing on, and on her butt cheeks it says "I" on the left, and then a "you" on the right, and then you zoom in, and it looks like "I heart you."
Right, of course.
And I was kind of like, how do people get away with this shit on social media? It's I don't get it.
I thought you said somebody responded to our post.
They did. They liked our post.
So who is this person?
I don't know, but I blocked them.
Oh, I see. And they posted "I love you."
Well,
to us.
that was their profile pic.
Did she have like a butt plug in or something?
No, there was nothing.
Oh, but they love us.
In the shape of a heart?
Let's not lose the message. She loves us.
Yes.
No, I don't know. Listeners
or
told me that.
Was her asshole the shape of a heart?
No, you couldn't see. It was her vagina, her vaggie, the little peach thing. Yeah, that was in the shape of a plum or the heart. That's why. Look, man, there's crazy stuff out there, and when I see that, I disconnect from it right away. I right click, block, right click, delete,
screenshot.
Fuck off. No, dude, you can't screenshot that. They know that, right?
I don't know. I don't screenshot that shit, so I don't know. Do they track that shit?
They have to. It's easy to do.
All right. Well, I was. You had mentioned, Mr. Producer, the Emmys, right? They were this past week.
Who hosted it? Was it Ricky Gervais again?
It wasn't. I wish. He's so funny. He torched them at the Golden Globes, not the Emmys, but the Golden Globes.
That was a few years ago.
It was a few years ago. All right, so there was a comedian who was the host this time, and I know before the show, he was like, I'm not going to say anything divisive. That's not my style. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to, blah, 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 blah. And apparently he did a pretty good job of that, and he prefaced it because he said he wasn't going to talk about Charlie Kirk because that was just, so that was something that's not in his wheelhouse in terms of what he wanted to do for the show.
Well,
he wanted it to be uplifting and fun.
It's
right?
that Borghese guy, right? Is that how you say his name?
Nate Bargatze.
Nate Bargatze.
Yes.
Which I've watched some of his comedy shows, and they're funny, and they're clean, no bad words, no sex jokes.
And he said, "That's my stick, and I'm sticking to it."
Yeah,
right?
and it's all a lot of family, just observational type of shit.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah,
all right, so but you said
it's well done.
Sorry, go ahead.
One of the Ricky Gervais comments when he was talking about deaths, someone that died, and he was just like, I was going over the deaths of this past year of the stars. And he was like, there were too many white peoples, and it wasn't quite diverse enough, so. Not on my watch, so we're not going over that.
Is that what he said during the Emmy, during Golden Globe?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, he had so many.
There's like too
things.
many white people that died. It's like, we're not talking about this. Not on my watch.
It's not. There's no equity there.
No.
But I'm kind of curious about what. No, actually, I'm not.
So you mentioned that there was a skit during the Emmys that was actually pretty funny, and it was from SNL, and so he pulled some people from SNL to recreate it on the show. Is that what you had said?
Yes. This is a skit. You know what? I'll go back. It's called Philo T. Farnsworth. Yeah.
So Philo T. Farnsworth, he
inventor
was
of television.
Okay, ready? I'm turning on the power. Oh, the cathode tube overheated again. I'm beginning to think Mr. Farnsworth's idea for television will never work.
Perhaps we should just give up.
We cannot give up.
He's doing the George Washington.
Yeah.
Mr. Farnsworth.
Okay.
Do not get discouraged.
What
we create here will one day
it's not music.
bring the world shows that inform and educate.
Yes, God willing.
Yes.
Shows that make
Actually,
us
there is
laugh
music
and
playing in the
cry.
background.
Well said.
It shows about people who, when they go to work, they switch to different people in their brains who only remember what happens at work.
That's about Severance, which nobody else has watched but me.
No,
so I'm like the only one who gets it, but I think it's funny.
I hear a lot of people talk about that show, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So
it wins Emmys.
But this was not.
So Chuck, our producer, you actually watched the Emmys? Is that what you're getting at?
I'm watched this 6 minutes of the Emmys.
Oh, 6 minutes.
Does that make me gay?
That's longer than I've ever
I wouldn't
watched.
say gay. Just
You're questioning it, though.
I wasn't questioning it. I commented.
We were just questioning your ideology. That's all. I mean, that's not a big deal. Right?
I haven't watched
this clip.
I haven't watched the Emmys, the Grammys, the Oscars, or any of those award shows in years.
Okay,
Zero-
but you
zero interest.
But you've seen the Ricky Gervais send up on the Golden Globes where he
Correct.
says, "Shut up and get your award and thank your God and leave the stage."
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And now he says they're not listening to us anymore.
They're not listening. Yeah, well, after that one actress went off on Free Palestine, Screw Israel, and
Fuck
something
ice.
else.
Fuck ice was the other thing.
Yeah,
Right,
that
right.
was ridiculous. You know what? Whatever. That's why no one's watching these shows.
Yeah, I know.
Who's watching
Exactly.
them? And it's going to be dead. And look, the whole culture. I mean, I don't even know how they can afford to make movies. That's why Netflix is in Prime Video. They're the only ones out there being able to make some of these episodes and movies. It's because those are the only people getting subscriptions.
Apple's
You know?
another one.
Apple's
making
making
some
these
good
movies.
stuff. Apple did F1,
The what?
the movie F1.
Yeah, isn't that A24 Studios? Is that
And that was
Apple?
in the theaters.
That was in theaters, but that was Apple.
And
So
movie.
we rented that. Actually, we bought it.
And China is
I
basically
know.
owns
Did you buy it?
Sony, and they're funding all the movies. They're funding a ton of the movies that are out there.
You're leasing
China.
I'm leasing it until it goes away.
it. Yes.
Yeah, we covered that on a previous podcast. When
Yeah, I
you
just
buy from a streaming service,
Yeah.
I don't know. I was able to download it. So does my downloadable version go away?
I don't. That's a good point. I think that way you.
Oh,
get
so
to
you
keep
have
it.
like it on a thumb drive or whatever.
It's on my device. I don't know if I can transfer it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Good
Do
point.
I
they
would think-
come and grab it?
I don't know.
That would be
Claw back.
that would be so wrong to buy a movie and they have the ability when it leaves the streaming service for them to pull it
Because
from your.
you're able to download it to watch it while you're offline.
That's true.
So that's kind of
you could do that on Netflix and Amazon.
Yeah.
But there's a time period on those.
Yeah, well, not when you purchase it.
I don't know. I don't know.
That does suck, though. I mean, I like buying on my. I don't think that's ever going to be a thing.
Well, it's happened. That's why there's a lawsuit.
But not with Prime, right?
Yeah, Amazon's the one getting sued.
No.
What are they deciding they're going to? Oh, so they yanked a couple movies. I wonder what movies they yanked. Like
I don't know.
Debbie Does Dallas or something.
Could
that's
be.
inappropriate?
They never yanked that.
Just the porns.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious, but Mr. Producer, why don't you pull up what movies are they being sued over? Because I'm kind of, I got to have my Elf. I've got all of the Harry Potters. I've got all the Lord of the Rings, and
they spent a shit ton on Lord of the Rings. I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, there's I bought a bunch of different movies that I like to watch. I don't want to be messing around looking for the discs anymore. But maybe it's a good point.
Hey, so let me read that summary. That was actually good. Amazon is facing lawsuits for allegedly misleading users about buying digital movies and TV shows on its Prime Video platform, which are actually limited-time licenses that can be removed from a user's library. A class action lawsuit was filed in Washington Federal Court in late August 2025. That's very recent, claiming this practice constitutes a bait and switch and violates consumer protection laws. I like it.
Yeah.
Interesting. So I bought one of the things I bought through them, which is I'm kind of curious, is Star Wars. It was the one right before Star Wars. Not
Rogue One.
Yeah, it was Rogue One. I bought that through Amazon. Now that it's on Disney, I'm wondering if that's one of the ones. I haven't even checked to see if that's on there.
I don't know. Go see if you can play it.
Interesting.
And now that Brokeback is on Paramount, you lost that one too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do. No? Not at all?
I have never, ever seen Brokeback Mountain.
I haven't either. I just thought it was going to destroy Jake Guy Lengthal's career, but it hasn't.
I didn't even know who acted in the movie, so that's kind of interesting.
One of the guys killed himself.
That I know.
Great. I mean,
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger killed himself.
Oh, great. Now that's
not over that. It was an accidental drug overdose.
Still killed himself.
All right, Jeff, you pulled this out of we had this 2-3 years ago, right?
22, so about 3 years ago, yeah.
So we had this a while ago. So we didn't score it very high based on the feedback. I don't know. Did we record that, Chuck?
We didn't care for this, from what I remember.
So it is. I mean, I've taken some polls on it. It's got a very heavy leather tobacco background. There's not a lot of sweetness in what I'm tasting. It's kind of bitter.
There is some bitterness to it.
Did we say what it was?
Not yet.
No.
This is Blood Oath, pact number 8.
Yeah, pack number 8, 2022.
Yeah, it's by Luxrow.
Luxrow Distilleries.
And this is a special blend that their master blender, I would say John E. Remp, I don't know how you say it, does this every year. So this was the 8th version, pack number 8. And I think they're up to 10 or 11 now, obviously. But so it's a blend of 14-year-old, 11, and 8-year-old bourbons. And then they age them in ex-Calvados casks after they've been in the barrel. So
it's 98.6 proof.
But there is some bitterness to it.
I'm taking a heavier. I've been sipping. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm taking like really small sips, and
I am getting some sweetness though.
Yeah, well, when I took a bigger pull right now, I got some sweetness. It was raisins.
But there's some sourness to it or something.
Yeah, there's something.
I pick up some sourness, or maybe it's the bitterness or something.
For what it is, it's very viscous. You see those thickness there?
Yes, the legs.
Shout out to Larry Hawkeye.
What do you think?
Yeah, the person that's reviewing this says that they pick up acidic and bitter notes.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly acidic. Maybe a good instead of exactly right. I said tart or sour. So it's like you're eating a apple peel or something, or an orange. You know, when you get that bitter when you eat a rind or something like that.
Yeah, it's not a smooth, pleasant finish.
Yeah,
it is not.
I think I probably like it mildly better now than we probably tried it before.
Yeah, it's got room now. So and I'm tasting some other stuff going on. It's a weird kind of butterscotch. What is the? There's a chocolate. was it Clark Bar? What is it?
Heath Bar, the
yeah,
toffee.
It's got kind of like a little toffee kind of bump in there.
Interesting. I do know that the label reminds me of the U.S. Constitution. It's very fancy with all this cryptic English script writing.
Yeah, it's impossible to read.
It's impossible to read, which is kind of stupid to me. But
they could just say doing the Latin, the e pluribus unum, and when they just want fake text in there,
right?
They put that Latin in there.
Yeah, sure. If we were to throw this into AI and say, "What does this say?" We'd be like, "What?"
I kind of smell dill pickles.
Dill pickles. Well, that would be a tart smell.
When I stick my nostrils into the Glencairn.
It's not a nice nose either.
A masterful union of 3 well-bred. Wow, that is really difficult to read because I took a picture of that and I pulled it up on here. Well-bred something bourbons, all with exceptional pedigree. You know what? Fuck that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
14-year-old that. Okay.
It's a 14, an 11, and an 8.
Yeah, I mean, those are respectable aged bourbons.
Yeah.
I don't know what's gone wrong with this thing.
What is Calvados? What is that? I don't know what that is. What is that flavor imparted in this?
The cask?
Yeah, because it was finished in a Calvados cask.
It's a variety of brandy.
The apple
there
cider.
You go. You said pear or apple, didn't you? Oh, you said apple for sure.
Yeah, well, apple peel. And the bitterness, right?
Yeah.
So Calvados, I never heard of it, but apple brandy.
It's the Calvados region of Normandy, France. No kidding. Yeah, I'm not sure how we rated it last time, but I tell you what, I'm not going to be very flattering on this one.
Yeah.
It's unique. I don't want to kick it out of bed. I'm going to try to pull down. I'm telling you, yeah, I agree with you. Right now, it's not looking very good. So I'm digging deep right now.
We can't get it again. This is unless it's in the aftermarket. That you can't find this on the shelves again.
And that does not give me heartburn.
No.
At all. What was the price of it? $100?
$100.
See, that's another issue I have.
I don't know, man.
That's even more money now for the new packs.
Right.
The second pull, I'm getting more and more like a niece. I mean, it's growing on me.
It is not for me.
Well, keep drinking it.
Oh, I'll finish it. No question about it.
I like it better now than the first time because we were all just like,
yeah. I'm liking it more and more. It's getting thicker on my tongue, and it's I could taste a little fruity on the back end.
That bitterness is getting me though.
Yeah, it's getting worse to me. The bitterness.
Yeah.
All right, let's rate it. I don't know what I rated it last time, but I'm going to give it a 5.4.
I was going to be a 5.8.
So you guys taste like pears?
No.
I totally taste like a pear.
I like pears. I don't taste anything like pears.
That could be the pear brandy, the Calvados.
Are the 2 ratings so far even close than what we did last time?
You did not rate it last time.
Oh, we didn't rate it.
No, I think that was before we
newly rated.
That's how old this is.
So this is an old one.
Again, it's not bad.
I'm going to give it a 6. Yeah. I don't want to give it a 5 because it's not horrible. It's not in my wheelhouse, but it's not bad.
I mean, none of us are going to sir, I'm sorry I can't drink this, but thank you for offering it to me. None of us are going to say that. But, I mean, think of all the other
options. Does it have coconut oil?
With all the other options we have, I mean, this is nowhere near the top 30.
So, hold on. I want to know what that word is. Calvados is aged in sessile or pedunculate oak barrels. What does pedunculate mean?
Whoa, yeah.
What does that word mean?
It means?
Adjective.
Oh, well, yeah, clear. There you go.
Pedunculate. Having or support. That is stupid. Having or supported on a peduncle.
What's a peduncle?
Having a peduncle or stalk.
It's like a pedunculum?
Pedunculated definition. The meaning of pedunculate is having or growing on or being attached by a peduncle. That's just stupid.
So what is it, like an oak growth? Are they like, you know how those oak trees have knots or something?
A peduncle is a stalk that supports a flower or fruit. So how the hell was that related to a barrel?
A pedunculate?
Referred to a stem that connects a mass of tissue to a body in anatomy.
Yeah.
Did he use that word wrong, maybe?
Maybe. A pedunculate barrel.
Yeah.
How is a
I think he used it wrong. He was trying to be clever and didn't use it right.
It's a part of a
So
plant.
a pedunculate oak barrel is a barrel made from the wood of a Quercus robur, R-O-B-U-R tree. A Quercus robur tree, also known as the pedunculate or English oak. So it's an English oak.
Okay.
Refers to a long stock.
Lord.
What was the other word? You highlighted another word that you didn't know either.
The Quercus, Quercus.
Sessile.
Sessile or pedunculate. Permanently attached.
What is going on here? I feel like I failed
vocabulary. None of us
school.
understand. None of us understand.
Sessile polyp, types of cancer risk. I don't know.
This is crazy.
I think he's
trying to be clever.
Yeah. I don't
No, but look, but right here it says a pedunculate oak barrel is a barrel made from the wood of a Quercus robur tree.
All right, so look up sessile or sessile.
He did. It was cancerous.
No. I want whatever Sean's using.
Oh, you mean the Q-U-E-R?
No, S-E-S-S-I-L-E.
That's not in here, though.
I know, but look it up on yours.
Oh.
It's right there.
I know, maybe he's getting something
It's
different.
not free moving.
Because he got a slightly different answer, so I'm thinking...
Is that S-E or S-E-S-S-I-L?
S-E-S-S-I-L-E.
The sessile refers to organisms that are permanently attached to a surface and do not have the ability to move on their own.
Right, which has nothing to do with a barrel. So this is a different type of meaning for a barrel.
All right, so I added the word oak barrel in there. A sessile oak barrel is a type of oak barrel made of the wood of a sessile oak tree, otherwise known as a Quercus tree that I spoke of.
Okay, so these are.
Are these like Latin words?
No, these are species.
It's
of
possible. Well, but they all go back to an English oak tree. So that's
What does it say English oak instead of pedunculate?
Well, the pedunculate is another form of an English oak tree.
Because it makes people like us look up what he's saying and be like, whoa.
So a pedunculate oak barrel is a barrel made from that, also known as English oak.
That's why I wanted to say English oak.
Well, I think they're trying to be specific as to like a specific kind of English oak, and we have American
oak.
They're trying to word whip.
I don't give a fuck. It's American oak or English oak.
Come on, Jeff. You just don't know your English oaks.
Oh,
I guess not.
And I mean, I'm kind of embarrassed for you because you're clearly
everybody knows.
Not
all right,
it.
hey Jeff. The main difference is that pedunculate oak has short leaf stalks and long stalks, which are with bare acorns, whereas a sessile is the opposite, with a long leaf stalk and virtually no stalks associated with the acorn cups.
Duh!
In your face.
God, seriously, Jeff.
In your face, Jeff.
Maybe we should take a break.
I'm going to try to use that word every day. Pedunculate.
Good luck.
It's like paniculum.
Yeah. All right, kids. You
I
want
have
to listen
no idea
to
how you would do
pedunculate
that.
music?
I bet that would go great with a pedunculate shave. What do they call a stave?
Yeah, pedunculate stave.
Yeah. I'm going to put. God, Lord, my nose itches all of a sudden. So we have, I'll tell you what, we've got around the corner coming up. I mentioned this last podcast, was the Oktoberfest, and it was kind of funny because we were bringing up, I was bringing up the last time we went and we were having such a great time, and the guys are out there, they've got their mugs and they're stretching it out. How long can you hold it out? And their hands are like shaking, and then they have like the part where they get a bunch of people out there and they're all doing little German dances, and then and I'm on my trampolines every single day, so I'm kind of like I can do this.
You feel good about
and they're
yourself.
jumping up. I'm going out there and I'm jumping left to right, and who's that filtered about 50, 60, 70 feet away and taking a video of me doing a live stream on social media? His name is Jeff, sitting across from me.
We're all having fun.
But it was
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I was taking a video of all the people. You focused on you.
Dude, I was the people.
But here's the thing. You were completely demonstrating your trampoline prowess.
It was. We're impressed.
I've never seen a person leap
at least 6 feet
like
in the
a
air.
leprechaun in his what was he call that? A Leesenholden?
Leeserhoden.
Okay.
Lederhosen?
He was a leaping leprechaun.
Leaping leprechaun.
It was
I was a Lord of Leaping?
Yeah.
I said checked.
It was one Lord of Leaping.
You're doing the river dance out there is what you were doing.
Whatever. So leave it there. Look, I brought that up for a reason. You ever have that friend that you're out in public, you're having a good time, and someone's taking. So look, Jeff is that guy. Okay, it's not just out in public. When we are doing the videos, or when we're doing the audio stuff, Jeff will send us a little snippet, and it's.
I haven't done that in a while.
We need to go back to that.
Yes.
Yeah, especially of Sean.
Yeah, well, whatever. But
we've got some good ones.
Hey,
out
you're
there.
the life of the party, man.
Well, you know what? Jeff has files on all of us.
Oh yeah, on all of us.
Yeah, well,
no question,
including you. I mean, I've got a picture of you. We haven't even revealed a picture of you yet.
Probably most of it's on me. Yes, I get it.
Just one,
and they're not flattering ever.
Yeah.
Except the one that you and I have headbands on, and
those are do-rags.
Do-rags.
Oh,
yeah,
we were so shit-faced.
You know what's crazy is that when I have my TV on in my office, when it goes to sleep mode, it automatically reverts to Amazon's photo library and does a screensaver. And one of the first pictures that shows up is you and Paul during the whiskey tasting event where we're blown up and you guys have your do-rags on from Oak and Eden. I don't even know where the hell we had those.
It was awful.
Oh, that was terrible.
That was
terrible. I got evac'd on that one too.
Yeah, that was with or without Hillary Clinton joining us.
I think Hillary. That's where Paul was sniffing her shoulder. That's right.
No,
I've pictured.
Oh, the picture. Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'll be honest. I was so shit-faced. I don't remember her being there.
Yeah, she was.
So that's impressive.
It's crazy that the next day we traveled to Colorado.
Yeah, that was
really.
Yes. And you left even earlier than we did because you had to drive that U-Haul.
That's right. That's right, because your son was moving in somewhere. No,
that was
your
painful.
friend was moving in, helping a friend move in.
And you got drafted into that somehow.
You sure did.
Whatever. It's over with now. And you know what else is over with? And it doesn't matter because they don't listen to the podcast. But, you ever have your kids break up with their significant others?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay. Look, there are people, there are people that get upset during these things. It's very one-sided. Sometimes it's amicable. With one of my kids, it became amicable. Yet, they're both kind of upset. But, I later learned that, things aren't always as fantastic as you think they are.
So they put on a good show, and there was some drama behind the scenes.
I think Austin may have internalized a lot of it. Kind of, he held on to some resentments. And I think a lot of people do that. They don't necessarily, they're not strong enough to really say something in the time. They're trying to, be the good person. But, these are things that you learn through emotional growth. When you're working with your mate, whatever your mate's going to be in the future, you got to learn to give and take. You got to learn to be able to speak your mind, and you got to be able to feel comfortable doing that.
How long did they date?
8 months ish.
Yeah. I mean, there's something scientific, like when you first meet somebody and you're in love, it's literally measurable in the blood, right? And you overlook all of their faults. You celebrate everything.
It's once you get past that.
And then it wears off. It literally is a physical thing that wears off. And then suddenly you start to, it's almost like the wool's been slightly pulled from your eyes.
There was some other stuff going on, and we're not going to talk too much about it, but moreover, I want to just talk about, how relationships kind of change.
They do.
And it's, it's for the better and the worse. Austin's going to college, so, nobody really needs to be distracted with relationships because especially long distance ones, they're so difficult.
I told both boys that even through high school, I was like, girls are a distraction right now.
Dude.
Yes, they're a lot of fun. Go on dates, but a girlfriend, they're a distraction.
So the semester before I met Shelly at A&M, I had a 4.0. That semester, not the whole thing, but that semester. Then I met Shelly.
Were you taking one class?
I was taking 4. But anyway, then I met Shelly, and I got a 2.2.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to retake one of the classes of that
Oh, you're like, thanks.
Yeah, seriously. Unbelievable. Anyway, it was worth it.
I do. The girls have effect on you.
Yeah, it was worth it. We've been married 29 years, so I guess it paid off.
29 years.
Yeah, that was Sunday.
Jeez.
Our 29th anniversary.
29.
Wow.
Yeah, we got 28 in April.
You know what's sad? That's super cool. But what's sad is we woke up Saturday. I mean, remember, I've had a shit week, right? I woke up Sunday morning.
No, 29 in April.
Yeah. Nice. We both woke up Sunday morning, and maybe an hour had gone into the morning, and Shelley goes, "Oh, by the way, happy anniversary." I was like, "Oh my God, I totally forgot." We both forgot.
Well, evidently she did.
The morning of.
Did you still have your CPAP and her mouth guard? Was it?
Yeah. And she had her mouth guard. Yeah. And I'm like,
shit, my wife would have woke up with something else in her mouth.
Oh God.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah. Hey, thank you.
Ho, ho, ho.
Okay. Wow.
Well, you know what?
Hey, one last note. If the music hasn't started yet, you were talking about the Plano Whiskey Festival. So
Yep.
So the doctor, I went to the knee doctor today, right?
Ooh.
And that doctor is the doctor that at the World of Whiskeys. Remember when I was getting all sorts of shit? I was promoting the podcast.
Yeah.
And all those guys were standing around.
And that guy was being a butthead.
Well, he wasn't, but the other two, when they found out I didn't watch Animal House,
Right.
Yeah.
they were giving me all sorts of shit. That doctor is my knee doctor now. One of those four guys.
God.
I said, "Do you remember me?" And he's like, "Man, I don't know." I go, "Do you remember World of Whiskeys?" And a guy that didn't see Animal House and you were giving me shit. He's like, "Yes, I remember you." Anyway, that's my knee doctor now. So there you go. Isn't that funny?
Did you talk to him about the podcast?
He came in. Boop, 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 see ya, bam, out. So
Give me $300.
yeah, you know how that is. So
No.
Wham bam, thank you, man.
he wasn't.
Yeah, I have long conversations, perhaps maybe a little dessert or a little lunch.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Little finger.
Yeah, I show up at the doctors. They have like a charcuterie board set up for me.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I have your insurance plan.
Is this raspberry sorbet?
Well, he probes
Yes,
your
it
ass
is.
every time you go in.
Yeah.
You know
Blows your over.
It's good to see you.
I
Here
call
we
it,
go.
Sean.
He's like, no. He's like, bend over, Sean.
He does not have zippable gloves.
Oh, okay. They're snaps.
Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. We are the Dudes Like Us Show. We're happy to be here every single Tuesday.
We are.
Yes.
You guys got anything you want to add?
Negative, no.
We have a whole second half.
You got a second half we're going to get prepped for. Hey, Chuck, thank you. Stick around for second half. We barely even touched the list here. Dudes Like
know.
Us. I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.